I am an African American male, age 46. I went to the Montgomery Crossroads McDonald's located at 1941 East Montgomery Crossroads, Savannah, Georgia, 31406 on Sunday, November 29th at 3:10 p.m. and bought a Big Mac and several other items. I brought the items home and began to eat it. When I got to the Big Mac, on my third bite, I bit down on a large shard of glass that was contained in the Big Mac. It bruised my tongue, and I caught it right before I almost swallowed it. The same day, I went to Candler Hospital, also located in Savannah, Georgia, for a checkup of my chest and stomach. I reached out to McDonald's headquarters via their email form on their official website the evening of Sunday, November 29th. I received an email reply on Monday, November 30th from McDonald's. They explained that they are a franchise company and that my concerns would be directed to the franchise where I bought the hamburgers. I preserved the hamburger and the glass in my freezer. I was first contacted by the incorrect McDonald's location. However, a follow-up email was sent, and I finally received contact. The manager of the Montgomery Crossroads McDonald's, Anjanie Gaouette, and her representatives from Palm Management, who managed the McDonald's in the region. However, the McDonald's and Palm Management take zero responsibility for what happened to me. Despite communicating with them and also having the issue sent to an insurance agency to investigate the matter, McDonald's and Palm Management declare that there was no wrongdoing on their part. They claim that, and quote, as it was explained to me, they don't know how the glass got into the hamburger, end quote. At this time, I'm preparing to go public with all of the information in regards to what happened. I was presented with a complimentary settlement on part of Segway Insurance of $250 compensation from the insurance company for what happened to me. As you can imagine, the trauma of eating something and finding a large, sharp piece of glass in it, which you could swallow and possibly die from, is quite intense. And the emotional stress and trauma related with that can have a lasting impact when you go out to a restaurant to eat. It's very clear that corporations like McDonald's are more involved in profit than making sure that the health of people and the safety is a priority, especially that of African American people, who make up a very large portion of their customers within the United States. It is very unfortunate that these kinds of things happen, and there's just simply no recourse. You're basically blamed for something like this. I went to the official Facebook of the Montgomery Crossroads McDonald's, located in Savannah, Georgia, and looking through their comments on their wall, I found another individual, an African American female, who also found foreign objects in her food. I do not know if that content has been removed. However, I time-stamped it and made screenshots of their Facebook page. I do believe that this individual may have contacted the McDonald's. However, when I reached out to her, I did not receive a reply. I was specifically told by the manager of the McDonald's that my experience with finding the foreign object in my food, the glass, was an isolated incident and that they had not experienced anything like that before. When clearly on their own Facebook page, another individual, an African American female, found foreign matter in her food. What I do know is that my particular situation was basically dismissed. I turned down the $250 and explained that that was not compensation for the emotional trauma and horrible experience that I went through. At this time, I have yet to receive any reply from Palm Management, the McDonald's Corporation, or the Sedgwick Insurance Company. A part of the agreement, release and confidentiality agreement, and the $250 was that I was pressed to comply by the insurance company and the McDonald's restaurants, a Palmaccio Management Corporation, John Palmaccio, that I would not disclose, discuss, or refer to in any context whatsoever under any circumstances, and agree to not make disparaging remarks about releases. So essentially, I would be placed into a position where I cannot express to anyone details about what I went through or my experience with the Montgomery Crossroads McDonald's and finding glass in my food. I think all of you hearing this story can come to a conclusion about all of this and what is going on there. A warning to all, please be very careful when you visit McDonald's restaurants, especially the one located at 1941 East Montgomery Crossroads in Savannah, Georgia, 31406. These people do not care about your well-being, and whatever the case may be within their restaurant, unsafe conditions have prevailed, and you may find yourself in a situation where your life can be put into danger. Please be safe.